What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Goods, XY, Big Z. Listen, we back in the building, man. Y'all already know what it is. Listen, we've been talking a lot about this Drake situation, this UMG situation, but you know, there's a whole lot of other people that talk about this that know a little bit more, because if you don't know by now, I'm not in the industry, right? I'm not deep into the industry, so there's a lot of insight that a lot of other people can give better than me that know a little bit more. And one of those people is the guys from Bag Fuel, which is Esso and Heineken, man. If you don't know these two guys were on the Math Hoffa podcast that they had going on, but they had their little thing, and then Heineken and Esso went on to do their own thing. So, you know, still two guys that, you know, I want to hear from with this situation. And they got a video called The Drake Finesse, how he exploited young artists for years. And you know, that's been an accusation that people have talked about. People have said that Drake has exploited young artists for years. And with the wake of this UMG lawsuit and everything in between, people were kind of wondering, you know, what's the motive behind this? What's the real end goal? Because the story now that's being framed is people are trying to say that, you know, Drake is doing it for the better good of the artists out there, the young artists out there. But let's get to this video. And shout out to Chocolate Tie from the Discord. She put me on to this video. Shout out to her. Listen, if you have not joined the Discord, make sure you join the Discord, man. It's a good group of people in there. I'm telling y'all, y'all missing out. Good conversations. It's a good time in there, man. Good vibes.
Years ago, Esso said, if an upcoming artist gets a feature from Drake as their first or second single, this is what they sign up for. I'm going to give the runway at Esso.
Nobody believes me.
J. Cole just said that they were in a room, everybody was there, and Hove walked in, and Hove said, yo, Drake, give him a hit.
What does that mean?
That was for his, like, first joint. Like, give him, like, his album was done, but he was like, yo, give him one for the rollout. Like, give him a hit. So he could roll them out.
But why? But
What
because
that
mean?
he's complaining about the rollout moment was his confidence killer, because Hove came in and was like, nigga, you can't do it. You need the boy.
That's crazy wild. Yo, I ain't gonna lie. If that's a crazy thing to come in and say to somebody, bro. Imagine you in the studio, you just got signed, you know, you an artist, you doing your thing, and you got signed by Jay-Z. And here come Jay-Z walking in the room, and he looks at Drake and tells Drake, give him a hit. Bruh, you got me fucked up. I heard that, but did that come directly from J. Cole? I don't know. I did hear that story. That's a crazy story, though. I ain't gonna lie. That's wild. Crazy wild for Jay to say some shit like that. But I get it. You know, at the time, you know, I guess J. Cole was just starting out and he needed a hit, per se, which I think is different because a lot of artists don't know what's gonna actually hit, what's gonna resonate with, like, the fans. So I can see Jay coming in and saying, give us something commercial. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I can see that. Still, it's still crazy, dog. Still a crazy thing.
But my thing is, right, Esso said this.
He didn't want to give up 110% his phone.
There you go. Because the first thing Esso said was, when you do the deal with Dre, it's 110%.
It was 100 at first, then it went to 110. It was 100, and then you had to put.
Oh, I'm setting up the alley-oop. I'm Gary Payton on this. Meaning, the first single you make no money off, and he owns. What happens after that, Esso?
Then you also had to have enough money in the budget.
Work the record.
So you got to show the money.
Yes.
And you got to give up the right.
How much? And to work a record, how much would it be to get it to where Drake needs it for it to be satisfied?
I don't know, because working a record is not walking around paying DJs.
Mm-hmm.
That's what they're doing right now, because they're trying to end this whole DJ shit.
Yeah.
They want to take it all away. They want to take the power away. Just like the government. They want to take the power away from everybody. Yank it, yank it, yank it. When you work in a record, you're paying DJs in clubs all day long. That's how they eat. I don't know who's paying the people at the radio stations. That's above the pay grade of the people that you even think you talking to.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That you're talking about. All that stuff that you see Flex posting on, I'm telling you right now, I've never seen a $350,000 budget for radio airplay. I'm not saying it doesn't exist. I'm saying that all the things that I've talked about, I've never seen that, right? But when you do go on tour, when you work a record, you do have to go go see all the DJs in other states.
Mm-hmm.
You have to pay for room and board. You have to pay for food, and you have to pay for travel. It's a lot of people that's on the team from the record label that's also going. So when you have 4 people on the road with you, that comes out your budget.
Yo, and that's crazy insight when you really think about it. I feel like a lot of people don't know like what your budget entails, but that 110% is wild. So what they're saying is basically for new artists, if you want to get that, what they was calling the stimulus package, and what Drake was offering these artists was he had to get 100% of whatever you was going to make off of that record and then have another 10% off the back end afterwards, which is wild crazy considering that a lot of people were saying that Drake helped artists, right? Drake helped upcoming artists. How? Because if you really ask me, man, if you really look at this, it's like a win-win for Drake, really. Because Drake gets on the record, right? Drake does his thing. And now Drake has a new sound with a new artist on whatever wave that they're on. And he's keeping 100%. And then there's another 10% on top of that, bro, like for their budget, from your budget. Like, it's insane when you really think about it, bro. It's a wild thing to like request from an artist that's trying to come up. If you ask me, I just think it's crazy, but some people might not think it's crazy. I think it's crazy.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm sure some people are doing business where they're taking their money to do whatever it is they got to do. I'm not around the country. That's their business. But what I did, but when they say work a record, everybody has to be clear because all the starving rappers and singers, that's y'all excuse. Oh, niggas paying. No, your shit is whack.
Was Kendrick's record just better?
Yeah.
For the label to work it?
That's a no-brainer.
Because Drake is.
No.
No.
I'm gonna let him go first. Then I'm gonna go second.
It's not only was it a great record, great melody, great timing. On top of that, it's the perfect storm too for the label to help push it. And on top of that, what people don't know, and it's not a lot of money, but Kendrick put 30 to 40,000 into marketing that record initially to push it. The same thing that Drake is talking about that he got the advantage of. He paid his money on top of the label paying the money.
But you don't think Drake paid his money for his record too?
He don't have.
You don't have to. The label's gonna do it.
Situation.
It's hypocritical.
Listen,
So they went above him.
Let's address 2 things.
Go ahead.
Drake's
Tell him.
situation, Drake, Kendrick comes from TDE. They are from the ground up. They do their shit right there. They go on the radio. They do everything in-house, nigga.
Grassroots
all right,
almost.
which is totally different. Cash Money was like that, but Drizzy is with Lucian. He became the biggest dude. Drizzy don't gotta invest in himself. Are you crazy? He don't have to, right? Kendrick comes from the mentality. That's West Coast mentality. Oakland, the Bay, Los Angeles. That's the mentality. I'm not waiting
SoCal,
on. I'm not waiting on Boy. I'm putting my money up. Boy gonna give it back to me. That's how this shit gonna go. I'm not waiting on Boy. You know why? I don't know whose side Boy is on. Boy might be on Drake's side. Fuck that. I'm doing it myself. Number two, which is the biggest key. I almost said this online, but I waited for Ghost to get back because I knew niggas were gonna ask.
Hey. But dog cooking right now, man. Let that man cook. That boy cooking right now. Keep cooking, man. Keep cooking, dog.
Ask me. Drake and Kendrick have the same distribution company, not label. That's what y'all are getting twisted. Their label people is still battling their label people. So if their label people are strategists and say, oh, we're going to beat Drake this time, we're going to drop the percentage down 30%. That don't mean Lucian has something to do with that. That don't mean nothing. This is my label. And I said before, I said, we're going to find out who's stronger. I said this to y'all.
Yeah.
Yo, that's a good point that he just put out there. But like, you know how people were saying that UMG put down a percentage or this and this and that for Spotify, whatever. Basically what he's saying is that they're not on the same label. So it's still label versus label. And this label like, fuck that other label, you know? And UMG is just a distributor. So what he's saying is that if they decided to put a percentage down to compete, who gives a fuck? Like, they still competing. They not on no like, yo, let's be friendly shit and let's not play dirty. Like, niggas trying to win. I get that. That makes a whole lot of sense.
Is it going to be Dr. Dre and Jimmy Iovine, or is it going to be Drizzy in there? I told y'all this.
This was months ago.
I said, it all depends. I said, we're going to find out who's stronger. Number 3, Kendrick beat him at his own game.
Yeah, he did.
Kendrick, see,
Masterpiece.
what niggas was doing with Drake was, this is the old battles. The old battles was, I'm going to spit at you. I'm going to try to do this. I'm going to try to do this. You know what Drizzy did to Meek Mill? He made a sonically good diss record. Back to back that everybody could identify with. Meek Mill lost that battle on the radio waves, not through lyrics. So it's ironic that the person who makes great records got outdone by Kendrick. And not only was Kendrick's record better, straight up and down, right? It rallied a whole world. The chant was, ain't nobody like us.
Yo. Bruh, when you put it like that, man, like, that is crazy to think about. Like, psychologically, like, Kendrick did, like, rally people and made a theme for people. And in turn, that's literally what destroyed Aubrey, bruh.
Oh my God.
The fact that he made a record that people resonated with and has so many meanings. Like, the thing is, like, this record wasn't all about, like, certified PDF, A minor, trolling like a bitch, ain't you tired? It wasn't all about that, bro. Like, people actually resonated with the record, man, in a different way. It was an anthem along with the bullshit. Bullshit and shenanigans, but still, you had a hit record, dog. Like, when you think about it in that sense, that shit sounds crazy, bro. And it's brilliant. It's genius from Kendrick's perspective and his label's perspective. It's a genius move. And like they're saying, like, Kendrick beat Drake at his own game. Like, he literally came, took your damn formula and fucked you over with it. But to me, he did it in a worse way, bro. Like, I don't know, man. To me, it's a brilliant move.
It was genius. I didn't get it until I saw the Arabs over there talking about they not like us. Then I said, oh my God, he won.
Yeah.
I didn't get it.
And that's a tough situation for Drake to absorb. And I knew it. Remember when we sat with Joe, I said, he can't let this go. It's eating his soul. That's why when you kept asking me, why does he have to make a play for the Super Bowl? Because psychologically, he can't handle it.
Do you think that he hears it out when he goes out? Or do you think people stop?
Hell,
like, all right,
yeah.
I'm going to tell you this. People be looking and talking because I was with a DJ. I'm not going to say his name. That was in trouble at one time. It had a little, like, people was looking at him and all that. And when we held him down, when he walked away, everybody said something. When he walked by, everybody was like, ain't that so-and-so-and-so? And me and my man, we stood by his side still. It didn't matter. But I know just from that experience, I know everybody talking.
Yo, that's facts. Yo, he talking facts, man. Like, listen, bro, that's some real shit. Like, you ever had somebody that has some shit going on, and then as soon as they leave the room, like, nobody say nothing when they there, but as soon as they leave the room, they be like, hey, ain't that dude that did that shit that they talking about? Like, bruh, listen, man, if you from somewhere, you know what he's saying, bruh. That's facts right there. And it's true, because I know this is one of the reasons why Drake is kind of doing this in the first place. It's kind of because this thing is not just something that just came and went. I think Drake thought he was going to win this shit completely, and then he was going to be able to ride off into the sunset with his W. This shit is probably something that he did not expect. Like, maybe he expected to, you know, the possibility of losing this battle, but did he expect it to be like this? I can guarantee you he did not expect it to be like this, bro. There's no way he did. You're talking about a man who feels like he's on top of the whole entire industry. Why would he feel like he could lose this? He felt like he had this in the bag. And it's crazy, bro, when you think about it. It's wild. But yeah, I agree. People are talking. They might not say it to you when you there, but when you leave, people are whispering. And you know, bro, a whisper turned into a whole nother story when it gets to the 100th person. You know, this story goes to that person, that story goes to that person, and it's a whole different version of it. So that's facts. I definitely hear what he's saying.
Drake has benefited from manipulating this machine. And to the point of you talking about this is for artist independence, right? You giving it back to the artist. But the deal of that 110%, you put the artist in a position they can never fucking win.
But why wasn't he giving it back to the artist before he...
There you go!
If it was all about that, you should have been giving it back to them from Jump Street.
This is why the Migos don't perform Versace, Versace, Versace. This is why the song with Lil Baby and Drake, you don't hear it like that. Damn. The other song with Block Boy JB, Look Alive, Look Alive. But when Esso said this,
Block Boy JB was the person that exposed it.
Yes.
If we want to talk about it, I heard it from Block Boy JB on a platform. But and they said they took it. I heard it about the Versace on a platform. Because they said that they didn't make no money, but it was a great investment to get them on the road. And it didn't work because people wanted to see Drake perform the song with them.
Yeah. That's wild. That's insane, bruh. So basically, if Drake helps you out with a record, Drake is taking 110%, and you have to look at it as an investment. Listen, I don't care how y'all put that. I don't care how y'all try to like spin that. That's kind of fucked up. For new artists, especially if you are artist of your caliber and you feel like, you know, you on top of the game. I get it. Like, your worth is your worth, right? Whatever you feel like is your worth, it is what it is. But that's kind of fucked up, man. For new artists, 110% is wild. But if Drake is doing this to new artists, imagine what he's doing to the artists that are under him, that he feels like, you know, my presence, my voice on your record is a blessing. Like, that's crazy. And that's crazy how they brought up Versace, and Block Boy JB, and the fact that they don't perform those records. Like, that's crazy. That is wild.
So, Drake, if you're about artists, give back Versace to Takeoff's family. Do that. If you really gonna talk that talk.
Yeah, you got a lot of suggestions.
Crazy.
Why not?
You got a lot of suggestions.
He the one who put it out there. I'm about the artist. Give it back to Offset and give it back to Quavo. Give Block Boy JB back the record.
We all know that that's not real.
I understand, but don't use that talking point.
I just don't know. See, this is the point where the people really gonna get mad at me. You gotta look at who's advising them. Because remember this, when Puffy got on and did that apology, what I call everybody. I said, why is he doing this shit? Who's advising? Who is advising y'all? Everybody just need to just chill. Drake, you don't gotta sue nobody. You Drizzy.
Yo, that's what I've been trying to say, bro. Like, why do you feel like you need to sue anybody? Like, this is why I'm so confused about the whole lawsuit. This is why I've been saying I don't get it. Because why, bro? Like, you don't need to do this. Like, this isn't even necessary. Unless there's some bigger play hidden in this, I don't see the reasoning for doing it. But hey, that's just me.
Real. One rap battle is not making you not Drizzy. It's the other actions that's making you not Drizzy.
Oh,
just
facts.
chill.
True.
You still a hit maker. You can take your money. You got enough money that if they don't promote your record right, hire your own radio dude, promote your record. Maybe you do what Justin Timberlake did when he went solo. He did a lot of boutique spots around the country, around the world, so he could touch the fans, so he could reignite his fan base. It's many ways to do it, bro. I think just the whole team is panicking because shit tanked so fast. But just like it went down, you can bring it back up. These clowns out here forget fast. They'll be on your top pause when you come back with a hit record.
Well, the petition is there though. So do you think they're gonna cut him a deal, or do you think what do you think is gonna happen with that?
Ooh, that Lucian's gonna give him $10 billion. 10 billion?
Not 10 billion.
I mean,
but,
2 billion?
Or do you think they'll work it out?
When you embarrass white people like this publicly,
he's white though.
But still, but they still know he's half nigga, so they're gonna account for that. They're not looking at him like the way they would look at Sebastian.
That's true.
When you do what you do, we already saw a sample size with Diddy when he went after Diageo. Do not be surprised. Months down the line, there's a campaign talking about Drake is a groomer. He likes to groom young women, young girls, and they start using the P word around to start the campaign.
I mean, that's already
doing
happened.
No, see, there was always talks about Diddy. It's always been in the ethos. But then when they press the button, all of a sudden, we never knew.
That's the stigma he's fighting right now.
No, but they're gonna right now.
That's what I'm saying. He put the
I just saw him in his arms wrapped around Diddy twins.
Oh my God!
I just saw him. Chill. Double chill, bro.
And then he just announced a tour, the Anita Max win, and they got a little girl on his thing.
It's called the rollout.
Yo, bro.
They're going to do it.
Hey, yo, bro. This is all games, though. See, this is how this shit starts, right? People get in a rut, and they start wanting to play games. They know Puffy's in jail. We know Puffy and Drake. You know people don't really like Puffy, and Puffy knows that now, right? And you going to go flick up with his twin? That's violation. You playing. You playing out here. You playing in niggas' faces, bro. You know what I'm saying? Then you want sympathy when Kendrick alludes to you doing what people saying doing, but then you allude to Kendrick beating his wife. He didn't sue you, bro.
Exactly, bro. That's the point everybody been trying to make, bro. Like, you said so much bullshit, bro. Like, that man ain't coming out here suing you. Can you imagine how they would have looked at Kendrick if Kendrick came out with a lawsuit and said, this is defamation, yo. You said I beat my wife. I don't do that. Take this lawsuit. Can you imagine how people would react? People would be up in arms, bro. People would have so much shit to say. Like, it's crazy. I still do not, to this day, I can't understand who would advise this man to make such a move. Who is advising Aubrey? Who said that this was a good idea? It's a horrible idea. But like I said, unless there's something underlying there's a play that they're trying to hit, I don't know, man. But to me, this is a terrible move.
He just went on a video with his wife crip walking. Yeah. That's what he did. You know what I'm saying? He didn't go sue nobody. So when I'm telling everybody they got Wayne, they got Cam Newton telling Wayne to do this track. Cam Newton, you not in the music business. Chill. Chill. Stick to NFL talking and all that Sports Center first take and all that. Yeah. Don't advise Wayne to pull a coffin out his mouth too. Okay?
I'm telling you,
everybody need to leave this man alone.
When you play the games with these big corporations, just like when we spoke about Diageo, I was like, I've seen enough for years. They don't take kindly to this, and it's gonna start off small and it's gonna spiral out of control.
They denied us when we said it. See, we be saying this all day. We argued with Rory about this.
Effectively, Ghost, whether he gets paid or not, his career is done.
Who?
Drake, you think it's over?
Let's say this, right? I'm Twitter, he's Instagram, and you're YouTube. But he's suing Instagram. But we're all brothers in this technology space.
And I'm suing YouTube too.
Yeah, but no, let's just say he sues Instagram only. And we watch that. And Instagram calls Twitter and YouTube and says, bro, shut the engine down.
Definitely, it's done.
Are they brothers in arms or not?
Because they're not going to let the artist be bigger than the machine.
People don't know the type of people we all be around.
Yo, that is interesting. Interesting take. Yeah. Shout out to Bag Fuel, man. Make sure y'all subscribe to Bag Fuel. Shout out to those guys. The link is in the description for the original video. I agree 100% with everything they saying. I think it's interesting them ending it on that, you know, with the machine not letting the artist become bigger than the machine. So Drake winning this could have ramifications. I mean, it could blow back on a bunch of artists. So that's why I don't see artists, even small artists, that are looking at this like a big thing, like it's gonna benefit them. I don't know. I don't think that's like a thing, but I don't know. It'll be interesting to see how this ends. It'll be interesting to see how this goes, but this could end bad for artists. Just artists in general. Like, this could change a lot of rules. And like they said, like, they're not gonna let it be bigger than the program. But only time will tell how it goes, man. But shout out to those guys. They'll spin some facts, man. But let me know how you feel about this whole discussion. How do you feel about Drake? How do you feel about his 110% thing for new artists? That is crazy wild. How do you feel about the lawsuit? Let me know in the comment section. And if you have not subscribed, make sure you subscribe to the channel. You already know what it is. It's your boy Goods, BigZoeTV. Let's go.
Again! Niggas acting bad, but somebody gotta do it. Got my foot up on the gas, but somebody gotta do it.